everyone. Welcome to Phase on Rally Interviews. Thank you for clicking on the video in the first place. I really appreciate you guys clicking the subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment below any kind of questions you want me to ask, any kind of questions you want me to ask future players, any kind of questions you have for me personally. I can answer them in the comments as well. But like I said, enjoy the interview. Thank you again for clicking on the video in the first place, and have a great rest of your day. So thank you very much for sitting with me, Fudge, coming out of the series against Team Liquid. Fortunately, it didn't go the way you'd wanted it to. It's kind of a surprise coming into it from the viewer's perspective. We heard that Yuji was starting for Team Liquid.
Right.
Were you expecting that change at all? Were you like prepping for Umpty, or were you kind of like saying, "Oh yeah, we could probably see Yuji coming in here. It's good. Like they could do this."
I think everyone was surprised when we heard about it. We had like a team presentation. Like we have presentations on the enemy team the night before, about like how they play, what their jungler pathing is like, their supports like vision and stuff like that, and how they play together and their drafting. And then our analyst who does it was like, so we just found out 20 minutes ago that they have UG, so it's a little bit outdated, but yeah. So everyone was like, what? They're playing with UG? So definitely a surprise for us. I didn't even know that he was allowed to play, to be honest, but it's chill. I mean, he's a pretty normal jungler, I would say, so it's not anything crazy.
Better than my solo queue junglers, but I guess normal jungler for LTA, or I still call it LCS sometimes by accident stage. Did that kind of change how you guys went into draft today at all? If you can speak on that at all, how you prep for draft, how you prep for lane, because like when you prep for lane, I'd imagine like, okay, these are gonna be the timings. This is when we can get ganked. This is the pathing it's gonna take. This is the champions we can play because of that timing. Did that change at all, or are you kind of like, okay, I want if we with the Sion game 2, I can play Jason to that. I can play aggressive. Was there any kind of change like that, or was it just situation normal?
Definitely playing against Umpty, you know that he's a little bit more crazy in his decision making to gank. So if I was playing Jace vs Sion vs Umpty, I'd probably be a little bit more careful. Don't hammer Q in as much. Umpty could be there, and if the jungler could be there, or he could choose to go farm his camps. Generally against Umpty, you kind of play on the line a little bit safer, just because he tends to do it. If you're playing against Inspired, then you probably look to go in, and who cares about that jungler? He's not here. So I guess a little bit, but not too much. I don't think draft changed really at all. I think Yuji just kind of plays normal stuff, plays normal League of Legends. He's not bad. He's not insane. Doesn't really play in a very hyper specific way, which I think is the reason why TL probably put him in, and they like him, is probably because Umpty's a little bit less stable, and he's probably a little bit more stable in the way he plays.
I was thinking, pardon the sirens in the background. I live next to an emergency response route. I was thinking during the game how Contracts and Umpty are kind of at the same archetype, but Contract is a lot more stable. And when he's on, he's fucking on. He's also playing stuff with Dardoch was back in the league, playing stuff like Kha'Zix and these out of pocket junglers like Sion jungle a couple weeks ago, or Sion Shen jungle a couple weeks ago. It's always fun to see junglers like that. It's kind of switching it up. I forgot what I was going to ask for my next question. My brain I was going this way. My brain went that way. Shit.
Take your time, man. All good.
I know. I can edit this. I'm probably not going to. I make myself look like a fool in my interviews, so I'll keep it in. But my apologies. So actually, that's the next question. It's the third week now of new split.
Mm-hmm.
New split. I talked to a couple of players 2 weeks ago. I was sick last week, so I didn't get any interviews. I talked to Thanatos, I talked to Palafox, I talked to Busio, talking about how the tempo of the game has changed, essentially, with the timings in the jungle, and of course the change of the new boots as well. How does it feel not having to lane swap every 3 minutes?
Honestly, you still have to watch out for it, because for example, okay, it's nice. It's nice to have a more extended laning phase. It's also nice that the lane swaps, the lane swap detection thing that they put in a couple months ago, I was thank God when I saw that. I was so happy because I hated playing lane swaps. So I was glad they made that change. Obviously, with the grubs being later now, the swapping early game is a little bit worse. So you don't really swap till 6.5 minutes, and usually the ball lane goes mid as well. So it's kind of just like you're laning against a top laner or a mid laner, and you're usually going bot as the top laner at Grubs, and then you have like TP or top laners are useless to the comp, so they just like go bot lane. I don't know. I don't even know why people put top laners bot lane instead of mid laners, but it's nice. But for sure, there's still a lot of matchups you have to think about that they might swap, because if I'm playing Jace and the enemy team has a Scion and they swap on me, like I'm not going to be able to 1v2, he's going to be able to 1v2, stuff like that. There's a lot of matchups like that in top lane if you ever play carry matchups. Even in the Rumble Rise game, when they swap a level 6, I can get Dove, he has Rumble ult. So there's still a lot of those dynamics, but it's definitely more 1v1 for the first like 5 levels, which is fantastic. Great work, whoever made those changes.
I play Vayne top. Yes, I know, range top. Kind of cringe. I actually played against a Riven the other day, and I took exhaust into them, and they called me a coward in all chat, and I kind of deserve that. I'm not gonna lie.
You should go. That's kind of Ghost is more fun.
Ghost is more fun, but if I'm getting dove by a Riven and a Sejuani, I kind of want exhaust.
Oh, you're playing Sejuani. That's fair. You get Sejuani ult with your Ghost.
I'm bronze.
Oh. From you.
Let me have it, okay? Let me take it. Oh god, I did not expect to laugh that hard. Oh, switching gears a little bit. So I think it was about a month ago. I think there was a piece done. I can't remember if it was LTA Media or it was a different interview, but they asked Whippo, I believe, to rank top laners. I don't know if you saw this. Or you like this like your Kobe moment. Like, this is my chip. I need to hold on to this, get better. I think he said that you were one of the lowest rated. He rated you one of the lower as the top laners in the LTA. And over the last couple of weeks, you kind of like really stepped up your game. Like, you've been playing a lot better. Laning phase has been better. You've been doing more damage. Playing aggressive. Sorry, my nose is doing something weird. And like, you've just been playing, like, you stepped your game up. Like, did you see that interview when that happened? Did you hear about that?
I mean, if you're talking about the pros thing, where he was like, our coaches said the bottom 3 top lane, they have a list of the worst 3 players in the league, and Fudge is on one of them or whatever. I mean, yeah, of course I saw it. I saw it as soon as it came out, because everyone links me everything as soon as I see it, as soon as it comes out. I mean, to be honest, when I saw it, I was a little upset. Obviously, it did affect me a little bit mentally, because I wasn't playing well, and I knew that. And obviously, like, when it gets said out loud, it doesn't feel good. You know, like, kind of, you know, feel bad about it already. But I mean, the past 2 weeks, obviously, I played slightly better on stage, definitely, against Whippo and against Sniper. I think this week I had a little bit more fumbles. I think the Rise game, honestly, was kind of unplayable for me, because they just had Pantheon ult, and it felt like they were just winning everywhere on the map, so it was hard for me to ever like lane 1-1 at any period of time, which is also a problem in my draft pick. But game 2, obviously, I played Jace vs Scion and messed up one of the 3v3s in their jungle and all that stuff, so it definitely lowered my confidence a little bit, but I don't feel super bad about the result, more so just feeling like I didn't improve this week compared to the previous weeks. I felt like I was more focused on what to improve on in practice, and I think this week I was a little bit less focused during scrims, and I think that probably translated to stage, where I wasn't really as on top of things and dying a little bit more than usual, and especially in the Jace game, I think played a little bit worse than I usually do. So
kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of feeling.
Yeah, that's how it feels a little bit. Yeah, it feels like I need to like recenter myself, refocus, stop thinking so much about, you know, stuff that doesn't matter in terms of like, you know, I mean, I feel like I just didn't really focus on the fundamentals as much in scrims, and focusing on like making sure you're counting numbers and playing tempo and not, you know, understanding your role in a team fight and all that stuff. I think I just need to get back to the basics on that, and I think I'll play better on next week.
Yeah, it just means 3 steps forward next time, right? So you get back and then keep going forward.
That's fantastic.
All right, last question for you here. Outside of League of Legends, right?
Right.
Anything you're doing like outside behind the scenes that you're having fun doing, anything you're passionate about. Like I talked to Palafox, he's talking about the Pokemon cards he's collecting. Busio talking about his Twitter presence being increased. Anything like that.
I've been watching this Netflix documentary called Popstar Academy, Cat's Eye. It's the K-pop group, the global K-pop group. I don't know if you know
Oh
it.
yeah. I've seen him on TikTok.
They have a Netflix documentary, and it's kind of good. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's just about girl group trainees, and I've been watching it with my girlfriend, and it's low key my favorite thing to do every night. I watch one episode. It's like an hour-long episode. It's kind of gas, but I only got 2 more episodes to go. But I generally just like chill, eat food, watch shows, just kind of turn my brain off, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, like you scrim the whole day, just turn your brain off for the last 2 or 3 hours, and then go to bed.
See, that's my trick. I never turn my brain on in the first place.
I did that.
Yeah, don't do that.
She said time's over.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say thank you very much for sitting with me. Enjoy the show today, and have a good rest of your weekend.
Bye.